Away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of Taiwan, there is a village in central Taiwan in Nantou County which looks like it's been plucked out of a Western nation. Welcome to Zhongxing New Village. One of the focal points of Zhongxing New Village is this fantastic hall behind me. This beautiful white hall is called Zhongxing Hall, and it's centered in these beautiful gardens and this lovely parkland. The hall was built in 1957 and was used by the government to hold conferences and to house foreign dignitaries visiting Taiwan province.
In 1956, a new village was created to house the seat of government of Taiwan province, and that village was located in Nantou and named Zhongxing New Village. Every single building in Zhongxing New Village is owned by the government, be it residential or administrative. The whole area is very well planned and very well maintained.
This village is fantastic, and you're free to walk around the suburbs, and these really are nice suburbs. Look at this alley here. Now the whole village was based on London suburbs, and you can really see that. I'm from England myself, and these little alleyways between the houses, the walls, the hedges, they all remind me of England.
The population of Zhongxing New Village is about 20,000 residents, although this is declining year on year.
This place here, in contrast to the rest of Taiwan, has something rarely seen on the island, and that is sidewalks or footpaths. All the streets here have footpaths so people can walk around in safety.
Cul-de-sac, a dead-end road surrounded by residential buildings. This village is still very well kept. The gardens are kept nicely, the ones that are still inhabited anyway. And the roads and the trees are all very well managed.
This village is incredibly well laid out, and it's based on Western designs. If you look behind me at this road, the whole village is sloped down from the mountains, so all the rainwater runs down the street. So there's no need for the typical drains you see in Taiwan, where they have manhole covers and concrete gullies. If you have a look at this drainage here, it just runs naturally all the way down this hill.
Relocating the seat of Taiwan provincial government to Nantou County made sense. Nantou County is central to Taiwan, and the area chosen for Zhongxing New Village is inland and situated between two ranges of hills, offering natural protection from aerial bombardment.
Founded in 1956, Zhongxing New Village was the seat of Taiwan provincial government. Now that's different to the actual government of Taiwan, which was based in Taipei by the KMT. Taiwan provincial government was the seat of government for Taiwan province. This village has really ceased to be the seat of government for Taiwan province. However, the village is still very much an active village. It's a very beautiful place to come for to bring your family and to bring children. There's lots of wide open space. The streets are safe to walk along, and it's just a serene place to be. It's a really beautiful place. It's just nothing like anywhere else in Taiwan. Now, Zhongxing New Village is a village kind of locked in time, not just architecturally and with the layout compared to the rest of Taiwan, but also with the population. The population is an aging population. Many of the people here are retired and they're former government employees of Taiwan provincial government. And a lot of the houses here, they're all, well, about half of them are abandoned. The thing is, when people die or they move out, the government doesn't allow people to move in again. So slowly but surely, this village is becoming derelict. Now, one of the more mysterious aspects of this village is tunnel number 39. Now, this is a bunker which would have protected the citizens and the government officials in the event of attack from mainland China. Now, it had four entrances, and all 4 entrances have been sealed up. Inside, I'm led to believe there are hospitals or small clinics, command centres, and places for people to seek refuge. So it would be really interesting. We can't get in, so we won't be showing you what's inside today. You need the proper equipment to go into places like this. It is dangerous. There's falling masonry, there's brickworks which is falling down, the tunnel's collapsing, and we need to be able to get out in an emergency. So we have everything with us that we need. First aid kits, knives, and these are fishing floats for night fishing, and we just throw them on the floor so we can get out easily in the event of a panic. So, let's go, let's get on with the job. Through this door there's an access shaft and a ladder, and all the wiring from the radio room to the antenna used to go up through this access shaft. It's also for ventilation, and there's a ladder which goes right to the top to another bunker on top of the mountain where there is a lookout post. Okay, so I'll just explain the numbers here on the wall. So these numbers were assigned seating, so each person would be given a number, so in the event of an emergency or an air raid or an event of war, people would come here and find their number assigned on the wall or on the seat, and that would be their place. Approximately 3,000 people. So that's quite a lot, really. It's not a massive bunker, so 3,000 people here, all lying in the tunnels. It's going to be it's a lot. clinics in the whole bunker complex. So there's 2 or 3 of these rooms here, and it's just a basic clinic. But it would have been enough if people were injured and having been taken outside from the village into the bunker for protection. It would be enough to treat some moderately injured people. So you have to be mindful of dangerous animals when you're in places like this. So let's just see what is down this tunnel. Never know what might turn up. Oh my god, it's a colin. Colins are quite, well actually they're highly venomous and very dangerous, so we'll leave. It's probably been down here for about 10 years. Right here you can see some of the damage which was done on the 921 earthquake in 1999. The fault line rips right the way through this tunnel complex, and a bit later on I'll show you where the fault line is. So this is what would have been a command center in the event of an attack by the People's Republic of China on Taiwan. Behind me you can see a command status board, replete with magnetic situation markers here. I think that one's for radiation, I'm not sure what that is. And there used to be, if you look carefully, explosions, attacks, and these are all hand drawn and cut out of acrylic plastic, so very makeshift. Because I came down here about 10 years ago, and I actually got access. I think I was the first person to get access after the 921 earthquake, which was about 10 years after the earthquake. So this was empty for 10 years. It changed a lot. Not just because people have been down here to look around, but the general deterioration as a whole. We've had earthquakes, and, musty, humid weather, and it's taken its toll. This is the radio room. Of course, I told you earlier that there was an access vent and a transmitter on top of the mountain. This would have been where they communicated with the outside world in the event of an attack. Okay, so the very reason that this tunnel was closed is because of the 921 earthquake, 21st of September 1999, and it devastated Taiwan. Now this bunker was quite important for geologists, because after the 921 earthquake, some geologists came in here to survey this bunker, because one of the minor fault lines, which runs off the main fault line, goes right through this bunker. You see behind me where the ceiling has collapsed and the walls have caved in and been crushed in. Well, that's part of the effects of the earthquake. It's quite interesting because it's not every day you get to walk underground through a fault line. We have asked the local authorities to seal up the bunker, so if you are thinking about coming down to try to get inside, I'm afraid you won't be able to gain access. Please don't try to copy us and come down here and try to gain access to the tunnel, but please do come to Zhongxing New Village, because it's a wonderful place. There's so many places to walk, relax, bring your family on a nice weekend afternoon. It's a great place to be. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you next time.